Ladies and gentlemen, today, in order to start our drawing project, in order to learn better how to draw, we are going to be doing a drawing activity. So, this is an activity that I've done from kindergarten to high school. So the worksheet and the workbook that we're using is from a high school lesson. So the words are going to sound a little complicated, but I'm going to walk you through them. So let's go to the top. This exercise is designed to reduce conflict between brain modes by causing your language mode to drop out of the task. Presumably, the language mode, confused and blocked by the unfamiliar upside-down image you will be drawing, becomes unable to name and symbolize as usual. In effect, it seems to say, I don't do upside down, and allows the visual mode to take over. Our mode is the appropriate mode for this drawing task. So what that is saying is that our brain has two halves. The first half is our left brain. It is the logical brain. It is the part of your brain that's listening to this video right now. It is the part of your brain that you use 90% of your day. We as our society is a very left brain society. Left brain deals with language, verbal, rational, logical. So you can think of left as logical or left as language. Now, the right brain is your creative side. It is the creative, imaginative, observational, visual part of your brain. So the problem happens when your left brain, that logical part of your brain, tries to draw. When it tries to draw, say a person, it draws this. Now, does this person look real? No. But it is a very logical drawing of a person because a person has a head, 2 arms, and 2 legs, and a body. All of that is true, but it's not what it actually looks like. So, because our left brain is so used to being in charge, what we need to do is frustrate that left brain and get it to realize that our left brain can't draw. So when you come into my class and say that you can't draw, it really is just that you can't draw with your left brain. Everybody can draw with our right brain, but some people have easier time accessing it than others. So today's activity might be a little frustrating to start. It's supposed to be. The whole point of that frustration is that we want to frustrate everything out of that left brain. We want it to throw its arms up and say, I can't do this. It's impossible. So that your right brain can step forward and say, wait, I can do this. So, what you're going to do is you're going to have your sketchbook, and you're going to have this drawing right next to each other. So you're going to sit these right next to each other. Do it now. I'll give you 5 seconds. Set the drawing that's sitting in front of you and your sketchbook side by side right next to each other. Okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So, the drawing you have is printed upside down. Your copy will also be done upside down. The accompanying page for your drawing should be side by side with your upside down image. Starting anywhere you like, most people start in the upper left-hand corner. Begin to copy the drawing. No, I advise against drawing the whole outline. If there is any error in the outline, the parts will not fit together. This is quite frustrating to our mode, which is specialized for perceiving how parts fit together. So what this means is you can start anywhere you like on this image, and you're going to start copying. Now, before anyone starts doing this, we are not tracing this drawing. Y'all know how to trace. You're all really good at tracing. So, we're not tracing, we're drawing today. So, you are going to pick wherever you want to start, and you're just going to copy it by drawing. Now, you're going to work your way across, or work your way down, or work your way down at an angle. But do not just draw the outline and then try to go in and make the pieces fit. Because if you don't draw your outline perfectly, the pieces won't fit, and then you're going to frustrate your left brain by drawing upside down. You're going to frustrate your right brain, the pieces don't fit together, so now you don't have any part of your brain to do this assignment. Okay? So, moving from line When you come to parts that seem to force their names on you, such as hands and face and hoof, try not to focus on those parts and just the unnamed shapes. Now what this means is that you're going to work from line to adjacent line. You're going to work your way across. One thing that some people find helpful is if you take this direction sheet that you have in front of you and you use it to cover up most of the drawing so that you're only looking at a little bit at a time. You can do it top to bottom, left to right, bottom to top, however you would like. You also don't have to use this at all if it frustrates you. Then you're going to copy that line and you're going to think about it as a line. You're just drawing lines. So you're going to draw a line and copy that line. And when your brain starts saying hoof, what part of your brain is it that's saying that? It's that language part that wants to name it. It's that language part that wants to say, I know what a hoof looks like. I can draw that. Does your left brain know what a hoof looks like? No. So what you need to do is push that thought out of your brain. And you're just going to draw lines. I'm drawing this line curves, it curves up, it curves down, it curves left, it curves right, it curves up. This line goes here, this line's next to that line. If you have to have an inner dialogue, keep it like that. You're just drawing lines. You're not drawing a horse. You're not drawing a person. You're just drawing lines. Now, the second part to this assignment, which I have a feeling you guys are going to have a little trouble with because everyone always does, is that in order to be in this right visual brain that needs to do this, neither I nor your substitute today can say anything to you. You cannot say anything to each other because as soon as you start to talk, what part of your brain is active? That language mode. As soon as you start listening to the members of your table talking, that language mode. So from the time I end this video till the end of class when I or your substitute tell you to stop, you should not be talking, not a whisper, not a word. If anyone needs help and the sub or I will come to you, we will be very quiet. We will talk in whispers so that we don't distract anyone else in the room. There is no talking from the time this video ends. Now one last thing, as soon as you finish your first drawing, what you're going to do is walk over and pick up the second drawing, which is much more complicated. You need to complete this drawing all the way complete. So this drawing completely complete, at least half of the second drawing before the end of class. So you need to use your right brain. You need to follow the directions. Remember, this is not a final drawing we're working on today. This is only practice. We're practicing using the right part of our brain. So, you've got a 10 count till this video ends to get yourself set up, get out any of that little last minute talking you need to do. If you need to ask the sub or me any questions, now's the time. So, 10, 9, 8,